All right, good morning. Welcome to Real Stock. Sorry, I'm a little behind today. Didn't have my alarm on me. So market's getting off to a good Start here, right up 9%. Edward Life Sciences gapping up. Must have been news. Raised by Morgan Stanley. Interesting. MMNFF up a little bit today. Roku looks like it's trying to make a comeback. ACB working really well out of that structure down there. Nvidia up about 1.5. Netflix YY, pretty green day so far. Nasdaq pretty green. We've had a nice little rally here since we had this large update here about a week ago, and it looks like that's going to be the trend here for a little while longer. We'll see if it reverses this morning, but so far not so much. NBEV having a pretty good day today. Chesapeake Energy working it. EDU IQ still working its way out of that consolidation. Match.com as well. Good volume day on Friday. Actually over average volume. That would be a pocket pivot, ladies and gentlemen, on Friday for Match.com. That may also be a pocket pivot. 1945. Pocket pivot. Pocket pivot. So two pocket pivots here for Match.com since the lows. So that's not bad. That's pretty good. Netflix. Netflix getting on with the show. And sitting here towards highs of the day. Looks like it may continue to get higher and higher. That'd be pretty cool. AMRN. No earnings coming up. They're going to have to break out of their own earnings. Were back here. They have to break out on their own here. All right, let's see here. Excuse me. Dang. It's a big watch list. All right, match. We got Cena down almost 20% today. Big gap down. What is that about? A price cut? A price target cut? Um, it's like a couple different firms cut price targets at Cena. That's weird. And look at that. Barely poked above the trend line, never closed above it. Gapping down 20%. I've got to remove that from my actionable list now because it's definitely not actionable. Disney getting to the point where it's not actionable. All right, Skyworks looks like sold off most of the day yesterday, Friday. Let's see how this pans out today. FTNT coming right back after a shakeout move. Is that this morning? Oh no, that's pre-market. Okay, no, okay, we're down here. Is Boeing worth investing in? Well, investing is a wide-ranging topic. Um, I, I mean, maybe if you actually down here, maybe that's about 2% to recent lows in Boeing. I would probably say so. It really depends. I mean, this is very news-driven stock right now. Everyone's keeping their eye on Boeing. If they have a fix for this thing and it works the very first time, this will come right back up, more than likely. If that fix is delayed, if it doesn't work, if it, whatever the case may be, you may wake up one morning and Boeing will be down, a ton. This thing gap down here about 12%. It may be worse than 12%. They'll probably give Boeing one shot. If it doesn't work again, they may go lower. It really just depends how the orders flow. If the order flow stops, then Boeing will stop. So it's kind of a gamble. About 3 or 4 things have to go perfect for Boeing to bounce back. Mainly the fix. So, damn it, I'm gonna rip the cord. So basically, the fix has to work. The second thing is that anyone that was considering canceling orders says they are going to continue working with Boeing, right? And the FAA has to clear it. So there's a few things that really have to get going. SIVB doing pretty good right there. Boot CGC. ACB with increasing volume on the way up. I mean, that's really ideal. That's what you want to see. And it chose the wrong horse in that particular race. I had a bow out of my NBEV trade. And ACB just continued. Oh well. Skyworks Shen. Let's see what IBD's got to say today. Let's go through some of the newspaper. Companies scrambled for recognition in the $80 billion pot market. I'm going to pull this up here for a little bit. Ooh, new Alphabet startup. Interesting. A5. Cybersecurity startup may squeeze data analytics firms. Interesting. All right, let's get on with New America, what are they talking about today? Real estate giant making all the right moves. '97 composite rating. Wow. CSGP, let's take a peek. Oh, nice. Definitely up 4.41%. Still within a buy range from this cup-based breakout. Or it's a double bottom and it's already way extended. Looks like a double bottom. And you're basically in profit taking range from that double bottom breakout. If that is a double bottom breakout, you don't get the volume. I'm not sure if they usually don't talk about bases in these situations, but that looks like a pretty clear double bottom. Probably was deep. A lot of stuff was deep. Actually, it wasn't deep at all. Well within trend. You see, there wasn't a clear breakout day though until this day after earnings, so you would have had to get it there. Either way, may still be buyable. Didn't really, like I said, really had no volume at this particular breakout point. So it looks like that was the breakout point. That one not looking too bad. Nasdaq trying to push towards highs there. Let's move on to the IBD 50. Let's just start there. That's fine. So I'm gonna pull this up. What's up, Eli? Yeah, Riot's doing good as long as Bitcoin stays strong. Hold on a second here, guys. All right. So here we got. I'm pretty much just looking here at these words down here. Falls away from 3 weeks. Retakes. Retakes 107.30 followed by point in 3 weeks tight for Atlassian. In profit taking zone. Week 6 of 8 week hold rule above the 115.54 buy point. That's cool. Cup and handle shows 88.70 buy point for FTNT, ladies and gentlemen. That's worth taking a look at. Anytime you get a buy point, hopefully earnings isn't already gone. And my watch list isn't up yet. I need to go through this thing. I got papers falling all over the place. I didn't busy week. I didn't have a chance to do anything in terms of stuff. So 318 and where is it? Cup and handle Fortnite FTNT. That's actually on my short list. It's nice to see the paper. 88.70 buy point. All right, breakout fades but holds just above buy point. In buy range of SSNC. Extended at new highs after clearing 3 weeks tight pattern for Planet Fitness. Alta, well past a buy point. Paycom forms 3 weeks tight. No breakout yet. Oh, there you go for Paycom. That's good. 3 weeks tight. And 186.10 entry. I like that. Handle on huge double bottom. Still keeps a 45.16. Let's look at that. ESNT. 45.16 buy point. Double bottom. 45.60 in buy point. Okay. Wow, 12 in. We've already got 3. That's really good. Still extended past 2075 entry in a flat base on bigger base. So base on base pattern here for CTRE. Oh, okay. I'm not sure if that's the same CTRE I'm thinking of. What's up, Blair? Forming cup with handle. 84.10 buy point for HQY. Wow, this is nice. Usually don't get this many possibilities. Cup and handle. Cup with handle base shows another buy point for Arista Networks. That's good too. Wow. 289.87. Cup and handle base shows more shakeout. 133.75 entry. 5 below. Remember, bases are accumulation patterns. And so what we're seeing is a lot of accumulation. China New Issue Tencent Music to report second quarterly results. Looks like a new, oh, there's your IPO base buy point. Over 15, already up at 18, up 20%. Nice. Here's your earnings calendar. Weekly stocks on the move. This gives you the biggest weekly gainers. We have HT, Ulta. Those are the bigger movers. Oh, here we go. TTG. I think that's on our list. Funko up there a little bit. More of the IBD 50. Out of buy range, sharply extended after breakout, consolidating since August. Holding support at 10-week line, that's good. TGE, Store Capital. That company was actually a client of mine. MasterCard. Look at that, already back to all-time highs in MasterCard. Look at that. They're calling this a double bottom base, so that's your buy point right there. Oh yeah, 210.01 right there. PayPal. So there's one bottom, there's another bottom, in case that's a little awkward, which it is. PAGS. Nearing entry but flawed due to a very sharp pullback. Extended, mark gap up fades in buy range after breakout for Visa. Also into highs. Remember I mentioned MasterCard, Visa, you never get them below their 200-day moving average. Now they're back at all-time highs. Alexon, just below 138.42 handle entry. Nice. Couple of handle weakens amid test of support. Revisit 71.75 handle after entry round trip sell signal. We have so many possibilities. Not sure if I want to touch that one. Gain hit 20% for buy point. Okay to take profits. More than 20%. Okay to take profits. Handle on lopsided base. Yields buy point. Not sure. MGP. 98 composite rating. 98 EPS. REIT. Not really super interested in a REIT. Okay, in buy range after breakout for AWI. Extended beyond entry after breakout from cup base. Extended from base. Large base still forming on MTZ. Looks like a double bottom base. There's your buy point right there. So let's look at MTZ. 51.87. On that one, Testing 10-week support. Extended from Cup's base. Forming flat base. Has a new entry point as it poked a new high. Adobe testing 10-week support. This could be a buy point for Adobe. As a matter of fact, you can test below. Oh, it's below the handle entry, so never mind. On a breakout, you can buy the first test and the second test of the 10-week moving average, which is the 50-day moving average. That's not what they're saying here, though. In buy range from 3 weeks tight pattern for NMIH. This is good. We don't have some of these names. Good to have new names on the list. Testing 10-week support, hit sell signal, recovering from steep correction, no clear entry. Forming cup with handle for WEX. That's not bad. EPS, ROE 15%. Payment processing, that's been a pretty hot sector. Man. This is a lot of stocks. This is fantastic. This market rally is strong. Forming long base with 61 buy point in buy range is fast after breakout from a cup base, no handle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is your cup base right there. So fast pulling back on a breakout here. Okay. SNMT still in play. Cup and handle breakout still in play. Buy point unusually deep handle on large cup. It's SOI. Still well extended for TME. Watch for test of 10-week line. That's the first entry. That's what they're telling you for TME. And then trade desk just above 3 weeks tight. Add-on entry for TTD. All right. That gives us a lot to look at. Elon mentioned Amazon trying to break up. Oh, yes, absolutely. I think Friday was triple witching. Friday were options, futures, and everything else, and this mother expires. So we had a tremendous amount of volume on Friday. And continuing, very nice. Very nice is Amazon. I like it. And you go through my old lists here. There we go. Okay, and there is a ton of stocks on my list here. There's got to be 10 to 12. That's a lot. Okay, FTNT, which we looked at. They have a buy point on this, on a very nice cup and handle base here. Buy point is up here. Potential early breakout here, maybe. I say potential. But yeah, FTNT. Look at this thing on the weekly chart. Straight up, huge base. Not sure we'll get another straight up action like that, but could be a very good trade. I don't have FT on. I do have FTNT. There it is. Okay, so I do like FTNT. Look at that beautiful cut base, man. It's just gorgeous. On the weekly chart, there's nothing really crazy in terms of volume signatures to derive out of this, but it is a beautiful cup and handle. Increasing volume. You can do a week count here if you want to. I'll do a weekly count with a -1, +1. So there's -1, -2, -3, -4. It's not going to come back from that. Actually, I need average volume up here to do this properly. -3. -2. I'm pretty much stuck at a -2. If you go by peak closes, or peak bars, we're at 1, 2, -1, -2, -1, -2, -1, -2, -3, -2, -1, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. So we're in the positive if you go by peak closes or peak closes on buy side or sell side. In terms of volume, clearing the bears there, but not ideal, but a cup and handle that could work nonetheless. And maybe in a position for an early entry, probably after the break of this 85 level for FTNT. And if you're going to play a 20% breakout on that one, you're looking at, since your breakout point's here at 90, you're looking at basically $108. Right there, $108. That would be a 20% zone right there. Paycom. This one, 3 weeks tight pattern. Let's go to the weekly here. Uh, 2.4. Oh, they're talking here. Yeah, there's your 3 weeks tight right there. So your high is above that. Your buy point's above 186 on Paycom. Above that high right there. That's technically your buy point. This is an add-on point. There's not necessarily a price target you can derive from this, but it is up here after this cut base. Rally about 13%. So if you go to 20%, 196 could be a target. And then 108 for Fortnite. ESNT. They trying to get with it right now? 45.16. So they are above their buy point. You can see that huge, large double bottom base right there. And there's a little handle there. So this one actually not doing too bad. Let's see what the volume's like today. Look at that volume. I'm going to easily call that breakout volume. That's already really good. Half an hour into the day, already half of average volume. This is going to be a good day for ESNT. I'm excited about that one. Okay, so what's your target? Well, you got a possible pause here at 50, up 10%. And then you got 54.58 for 20%. That's really nice. That's beautiful. Classic double bottom pattern. So amazing to see that. Look at how beautiful that looks. Textbook double bottom with potential breakout volume today on a breakout day. So you can't really argue with that right there. ESNT. There we go. HQY. We have HQY on our list. And this is cup and handle 84.10. Okay. So it looks like it's trying to get up there. There is earnings coming up here. 318. I didn't see any earnings coming up on ESNT. Nope, we're post earnings on ESNT. And next earnings is in May. So pretty much clear to go. You are cleared for launch, ESNT. ANET getting with it. 289, so it's already cleared its buy point. FIVE with a buy point of 133.75, which is obviously much higher from here. And is it a cup base or a double bottom? What are they? Cup and handle. They're calling this a cup and handle. So lopsided cup. There's your handle. Earnings are coming up on this one, 327. ALX Alexion. Also trying to break out of a base. Look at that big choppy action there at those lows on the weekly chart. Let's move on. MTZ. Similar action. Not my favorite. NMIH. Already moving on. This one has a 3 weeks tight pattern. Still within a buy range from a 3 weeks tight. I know there was a buy range. 5%. So starting to get extended. Don't know if I'd be too interested in that, but it is working. WEX. Cup and handle 182.10. So that one also trying to break out. Where's this? Oh, that's the handle point. And volume here not nearly as good as we saw on ESNT. This one pretty small. Not sure if WEX is going to break out today. Fast. This one, I didn't have a note on this one. Oh, this was look for a pullback to the 50 is what this was. So look for a pullback to the 50 for a potential entry point is what IBD was saying. And then TME. This was, what was TME? Oh, this was test for a 10-week line. Okay. I wrote 3 weeks tight. Why did I do that? Oh, I was looking at oh, that's TTD. Oh. My watch list is too far. I put stuff on the wrong line. TME. Yeah, fast is correct. Let's look for 10-week line test. This note is not correct. And for TME. And then this one is look for a 10-week line test on this IPO. If you get that, but you can see we kind of formed a little pausing and breaking out from that little consolidation on TME. That could be healthy right now, although we do have earnings, looks like very soon. Tomorrow. After market tomorrow on TME. Then TTD was 3 weeks tight pattern. Right there. Just above 202.40. So 3 weeks tight pattern. All right, let's get back to ESNT breaking out of this huge double bottom base. I mean, this is a year-long double bottom base. This is beautiful. No, I want my... No, that's not it. Where is it? Oh, it is this one. Okay, so let's get back to here. Pull up our calculator. Whoops. You guys want to learn Bootstrap? There you go. ESNT getting with that program today. All right, what else on my watch list here? SIVB doing good. Match doing good. Chesapeake Energy doing good. C-Trip, Disney falling flat on its ugly face. And what else? ESNT. All right, got my calculator up. Now, this is a big base. This may take a while to do what it's going to do. And 131 to 150%. That's not great. That's not great. That's all the way up to 54. All right, let's see what this thing does a little more fundamentally. Verify that you're human. I am human, IBD. I've been human for many years now. ESNT. 99 composite rating. Wow. Let's pull that one up. Look at that. A plus, 66 EPS, 52. 20% sales, right on. That's like the minimum, which is still fine. 76% annual pre-tax margin. Holy crap. I don't think Amazon or Google has, or well, Google or Apple, I meant to say, has 76% annual pre-tax margin. $27. Wow. What the heck do these guys do? Print money from HP printers. That's pretty much what you have to do. Offers private mortgage insurance. Holy crap. They're the guys ripping us off, everybody. No wonder they have such a high profit margin. That is amazing. Wow. Warren Buffett stock pick breaks out. That's not this one. That must be that other one. There's a little guy. Yeah, Stone. Stone is Warren Buffett owns part of like 11% of Stone. What the hell are you doing? Get out of my way. $11.8. Wow. This thing is clicking every button. Every single one. I guess I just have to buy it. I mean, there's really nothing left to do there. It's got to figure the right trade. Maybe stock is the right trade on this one. Hold on a second. All right. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how to get into ESNT. It's probably going to take a long time for it to get up to that level. This isn't a super jumpy stock. October 45 is 84%, but Chesapeake's up 3%. I'm going to sit on that ESNT trade for a minute, let my brain mull it over. I think Chesapeake. There we go. Chesapeake doing good. SIVB doing good. So you hit my mark. Why are you still there? Why are you still there? Good volume. Look at this rising volume, this uptick here in SIVB. Looking pretty good. Hopefully it can continue staying higher there. Match.com doing good, up 2%. Very nice. We don't have that until April 18th. I'll hopefully have a good April before earnings, so that's good. C-Trip. Skyworks not doing too much. All right, let's go on with our list. EW, Riot, NBEV doing good. YY continuing with the struggle. YY is looking really good. ACB, MMNFF, SNCR, Chesapeake doing what it's supposed to do. Stone Energy. Failing after that breakout right there this morning. And earnings are this afternoon. So it's a little difficult to say if, you know, play that how you want to, but I would use an option to limit your liability there. IQ, look at that, starting to break out from that little base right there. That's really good. Look at Friday's volume. Like I said, it is quadruple witching Friday on last Friday, so volume should be a little elevated. This one not so much, so may not be a lot of action on it. BITA and DP. WHD continuing right back up to the top of that channel that just hates us. Grub pulling back way under the 50. It looks like it's trying to consolidate here, maybe reverse, and probably redraw this trend line based on this recent action like that. So possibility for an alert right there. This thing is not falling apart. Did make a new low here, but it's held up that low. So we'll have to see how Grub does. EXEL broke out. We have a little consolidation there. It broke out of Netflix. Looks like it's trying to break away as well. TNA, which is triple the Russell 2000, looks like it's getting back with the program. Not as good as the NASDAQ, but pretty good. EVR looks like it may want to round that out there. No major pattern to buy off of, though. CAR, Carvana still in that frozen rope pattern we talked about. I think someone said they had Carvana or something. These little pauses here have been really nice to buy Carvana off of. I mean, super nice. CVNA. See if there's a trade here before it gets rocking and rolling too badly. Yeah, so like just getting to 62 here, which is about, whoops, lost my thing, about 7%. That's okay. How deep is this thing? It's pretty deep. It's past half. Well, yeah, 60%. It's a really, really deep base. I'd probably look for, if you can play a little pop if you want to, but it's already based 1, 2, 3, 4 little tiny pauses. We'll see if it continues. Carvana. And look at that, right to that level. That could happen in a couple of days. Unfortunately, Carvana doesn't have weekly options. That'd be kind of fun. No, they only have April, which is 31 days. So maybe a bit of a lower entry would be ideal here, at least in terms of profit. But maybe keep an eye on Carvana. It's actually not bad. Take a 30% profit in a week or so. Hopefully this thing just goes sideways for a little bit. Let's say 62. And that would be where is it? Oh, 30. And it already evaporated. We're already down here at 21%. It was higher before, I thought. I have to come back and play with that one. Carvana with the frozen rope. Where are we over here? There we are. Pergo. Twilio just continuing. FIVN. Is that on my list? No, it's FIVE. FIVN, let's look at it on the weekly chart. No real 3-week pauses here. Looks like a test of the 10-week line there. That was your first buying opportunity. Right there. That was the buying opportunity as we get, but that didn't quite hit the 50-day moving average. Hit the 10-week though. Obviously they are slightly different. There's a good visual indication for you guys how different they are. But it looks like it is trying to poke above all this recent resistance. Last time it did, we had a big gap on earnings and we went lower. But look at these pocket pivots. Actually, there are no pocket pivots because of that one big red day. But big swatches of volume coming in here and on Friday. A little bit of distribution in there, but not too bad. So we'll see if we can maintain this in FIVN. That could be a nice little gain, maybe a little run up to 60. About 10% higher. Yeah, giving you pretty good gains there in the terms of 31 days, just up to 60. I like that. I did not expect to see that many stocks. 9% FIVN 418. So that looks pretty good right there for FIVN. CRISPR also tightening up here. This one could have look at that. Look at that beautiful little support line right there. And kind of a little wedge going on here. This looks like a pretty low risk point to get involved in CRISPR. Even looking at this for the last little bit. Not doing anything yet. Looks like it could finally, maybe with a break of that 39.50 level, break this little tiny consolidation. And our run up to the 200 would be about 42.50, 42.75. And that's 4 days. Yeah, that's not enough. 4 days not quite enough. 11 days not quite enough. Yeah. Well, this thing has a lot of options. Like a lot. At 31%, that's not bad for a little move. That's okay. But CRISPR here getting really tight. Break over that 39.50 level, I think. Let's just go over right there. Set a little alert. See how that handles itself. Looks like MG up 1.6%. We're going to get to that one in a little bit. PRGO doing okay. Amazon breaking out, as Eli was noticing, trying to get out of that range. DocuMomo breaking that longer term trend line. Wait for a little base, and that will be a pretty good buy. There's our FIVN again. AMC Momo. We skipped MJ. We walked right around it. So there's MJ going higher again. Look at all these green days. My whole chart is just a sea of green right here. A couple of red days, but not that many. So they're eating this thing up, trying not to rally it into oblivion. It's kind of what it looks like. You can see here, rallying it kind of up really nicely from 25 to 45. And doing something similar here. Looks like we'll get another run out of this shortly if this continues. Good little base here on the 5-minute chart. So we're already above this little bit right there. MJ going to be rocking it. It looks like a lot of these stocks. ACB is in that one. So that's good. There's FIVN again. AMC, OGRMF, Twilio. Twilio again. I hate when I end up missing stuff because the stocks move because they're percentage based. Acacia Acacia, I can't say it's communications. Beautiful little pattern right here. Looks like it's trying to get up and out of it. This could be pretty good. ACIA. It's not really in blue sky territory, but when you haven't seen prices for basically 2 years, it's pretty much blue sky territory. A lot of places don't hold stocks past a year that are really super underperformers. I don't think we had Acacia in the IBD 50. Let me see if I can do a search for it in the paper. Weekly stocks on the move. That's a good list to be on. That's the biggest weekly gainers. And that's it. That's all I got is weekly stocks on the move for Acacia. So let's do, there we go, ACIA. Let's look at the fundamentals of this thing. Should be pretty good, I hope. 97% composite rating, 95 relative strength. If that's all you know, you're doing okay. Let's go a little bit deeper. Third in this industry group develops high-speed interconnect modules for cloud infrastructure operators and communication services. We all know that's a pretty booming industry. 52% EPS change last quarter, 17% change pre-tax margin. ROE is low. 3 years sales is a little low. In fact, negative. 3 years EPS growth rate's negative 20. Consecutive years of annual EPS growth rate is 0, and I think that's indicated by this. Maybe making a comeback. Accumulation distribution is a B plus, which is good. That's on a A to F scale, and that's how we grade in America. Up-down volume 1.6, which is really good. Growth stocks rally amid Boeing slump, sleepy inflation data. Dull session, Sienna, blah, 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 blah. Let's see what they say about Acacia. Yeah, it's Acacia Communications, right? I keep wanting to say that, but yeah, Acacia Communications. Okay, I don't feel so bad. 6 distribution days in the S&P 500. That was 312. That's pretty high. Acacia. Where are you, Acacia? Oh, that's all they say. What do they say? Earnings on Acacia? No, we're past earnings. Okay, Acacia's on IBD leaderboard. So they pummeled the performance of the major index. So that's good. Okay. So Acacia Communications doing all the right stuff here. All right, let's take a look. We got, where could we go in Acacia? I mean, if you look at the weekly here, there's really no, I guess you consider that a cup with handle. Possibly. And maybe we're forming another base here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would have to be a flat base if this is the case. If I can frickin' draw. 12.36%. So if this is a flat base, 4 weeks in, you need 5 weeks to form a flat base. Maybe this doesn't form a flat base, or maybe this goes on to form that flat base. But we don't have a higher high yet here. We have a little minor high. I do like Acacia. It just needs some time. I don't know how much time, though. Maybe not a lot the way this is behaving. So if we give it another 20%, you're looking at 69.45. Let's put 69.5 for brevity's sake. Well, I went through the IBD 50, and we didn't have a few of them. I had some of them on my thing, but hey man, it's always good to beef up your watch list, because as the market cycles through, old stocks become old stocks, new stocks become new stocks. Well, and if you want to look at some of them, Eli, throw up a list, dude. We'll check them out. Acacia. This is a beautiful little pattern here. 69.5. Oh, that's beautiful. Going out, well, that's if it only goes out 60 days. 151 gives us 99%. Man. Acacia. Just going to put it up there. All right, Acacia looking pretty good. Maybe a stock only play. We'll have to wait and see. ESNT, let's see what it's doing. Still consolidating towards the highs there. Not really backing down. Our volume is already above average. And we actually have a clear, the 50-day right here, clearing the 200-day, which is this dotted line. So this is the part where really long uptrends start. We talked about this the other day, looking for the 50 to overcut the 200, the 10 to overcut the 50, which it did over here. That's actually the 20-day. So the 10 would be a little bit closer to price. But right now, this is right where this thing starts to do this. Not saying it's going to do that exactly, but that's what you notice, is that when you start to see moving averages diverge, you start to get these really big runs like that. And the best runs is when they just run parallel to one another, like all throughout this area right here. They're just running parallel, and they kind of pull in a little bit there. But this is one of those stocks that could just have a huge run. I mean, this one ran up basically doubling, so You know, maybe there's a possibility this thing gets up towards, I mean, $90. You never do know. Even if it goes up 50%, you're looking at what, 75. So that's not bad in ESNT. But again, that's a much longer term play. Much longer term. You do 75. You're looking at still huge percents if you go out to October. But I mean, that's saying that it rallies to October, which that's the farthest out option I can buy. I mean, see that seems a little difficult to do. Yeah, 62%. That seems really difficult for this thing to do. But I mean, the numbers of this thing are just phenomenal. So probably just play basic stocks on this one. The options don't appear to have anything major to them. But a beautiful double bottom base and breaking out today. So have to grab some of that if you want it. Beautiful. Yeah, Chesapeake Match doing good. IQ doing good. C-Trip SIVB pulling in a little bit. Got Disney down 2%. Oh, really dying. That's not coming back. Okay, let's take a look at MJ. We're just having a great day today. Still rallying up higher. Looks like a little bit of selling, not too bad. NASDAQ pulling back a little bit. Volume here is not great. Pretty light, actually. We'll see how that one works out. What's down on our list today? We got Cena, FF, Lumber Liquidators just dying on the vine on earnings today. I tried to play that on a bounce. It didn't work, and I had to bow out of it. Good thing I did. FF having a bad day. Skyworks pulling back, trying to break out of that longer term trend line. Definitely not a good day for Skyworks. See if there's any news. Probably not. No news. No news, but it's trying to, with a big rally day on Friday, and they never really got going with it. Let's see here. The end of the day here, and you've got probably what that is. So that's your triple witching, quadruple witching Friday. Kind of playing around with the markets right there. Disney shouldn't have been there to begin with. AMRN coming back down to a support line. Never really did break out of this trend line here. We'll see if it actually finds support. It could. That's some crazy volume. Is there news on AMRN? 30% reduction in total cardiovascular events, including recurring events. Is that good or bad? I have no idea. I have no idea what that means. Apparently not good things, because half an hour before market opens, they came out with an announcement, dropped it off, but we are at a support line. And bouncing off of it a little bit right there. And the subsequent rally has been on very feeble volume, so probably just a dead cat bounce on AMRN. NBEF 4.6%. Yeah, still not out of trend though. A lot of garbage going on though. Let's get rid of all those drawings. There's too much stuff on NBEF. All right, what else do we got? DO was one we had on our list a while back. See how it's doing. Huge volume on Triple Witching Friday. Breaking out beautifully. Diamond Offshore, just really every single day. Picking at it. Look at the good accumulation volume right there. a little extended. Maybe do a little pullback at some stage of the game. I don't know. Bye, babe. I'm an offshore. So this one closing above that 50-day moving average, being a decent candidate for that. Oh, technically your buy would have been here. Your second day closing above it. Already up about 3%. And DO just kind of getting on with the program there. It looks like your target for DO usually is about the 200-day moving average here. As the 200 rolls over. So last time it did rally up to it pretty quickly. Obviously, I don't think there was that much of a gap. Also did that here. So Diamond Offshore, good possibility that it has a decent rally here. This is one of those turnaround plays. And I think you're looking at about the 1350 level. Yeah, it's not very good. NVIDIA up 0.55%, pulling back some. TTMI, CGC, Skyworks, Trade Desk having a negative day today. Maybe this will give us another potential entry point. Look at my target on TTD for when we were down here. That hit really nicely. I just drew that nothing. That's just kind of an arbitrary trend line, but actually I think I wrote that down. I didn't take the trade, unfortunately. Sometimes I don't listen to myself. I had that on 311. Oh, I had that before 311. Had that on 3.8. No, I had that on 3.1. Yeah, right there. As it was holding tight, then it started breaking apart. I don't think I wrote it down after that, but we looked at it every day. All right. Back to it. Yeah, I hope so, Eli. We need a pretty good week. Last week was pretty good, but it didn't work so well. I mean, for my portfolio generally, I had a couple of misses and a couple of gains that kind of balance themselves out. Been a little too flat lately. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong. I think my new strategy is EXEL. Oh, that's an old one. There we go. It's not very well defined yet. I'm taking too many choppy entries. IQ looking really good here. I do have a nice position in IQ. Hope this thing continues. That one finally working out pretty good there. Not really a pocket pivot on Friday, but definitely elevated volume candle. Looking at NVIDIA here. I did take a position also in NVIDIA. FIVG. Oh, look at this IPO. Trying to break out of, I guess technically your IPO base would have to be up here now, but that was pretty good. Yeah, Acacia looking. How's that doing? Oh, look at that. It's beautiful. Acacia just rocking it. Look at that volume candle right there. This is going to be a great day for Acacia. Just got to buy something here. There we go. And buy that one. Acacia rocking. Right there. Bam. AC. Oh, I didn't add it here. Welcome to the list, Acacia. All right, ESNT. Pulling back a little bit. Not looking too bad either. SIVB doing really good. Yeah, right. It is doing good. It's back up to elevated levels for sure. RIOT. Oh yeah. Oh, look at Friday. They kind of bought it up on Friday a little bit. Quite a bit of distribution up here this morning. Look at that volume. Stepping right in. Selling that off. What's Match doing? Match holding nicely. And Skyworks isn't quite doing what it should be doing. Yeah, see, stuff like this, I can't. I need to find a way to manage stuff like that. Yeah, I bought Skyworks on Friday. And just that little drop there in my options dropped me like 40%. I can't do that. I got to figure that out. Something's got to give on that one. Skyworks is a good name too. Yeah, see the weekly chart's kind of garbage though. But look at that volume on Friday. Even for triple witching, that's pretty good because it wasn't all. I mean, it all came on this huge rally in the morning right there. I won't say all of it. A good amount came there. That's when all the settling happened in the afternoon. And they just started giving it up a little bit. Let's see what it does here. May give it all back. Maybe we need to have a maximum premium rule or something. 5% of price, dollar of price. I'm not sure how that's gonna work itself out yet, but yeah, that's not an acceptable loss. It takes 2 of my gainers sometimes to make up for that. That's not a good ratio. NASDAQ's back up to highs there. That's good. STNE coming back. Acacia pulling back a little bit. ESNT IQ up here. Yeah, it's trying to poke out a little bit. I should highlight that one. Highlight NVIDIA. I've C-Trip highlighted. Don't know why. Oh, look at that. Did we look at the... No, it looks like this broke out earlier. What's C-Trip doing? Also very deep. Match sitting up here near highs, which is good. What else? Not much, just the NASDAQ rocking. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. I'm going to go. Acacia doing good things. Trying to break out of that little consolidation. Or maybe not necessarily trying to break out, but I mean very, very good volume coming into Acacia. Very high quality company. I'm not sure if we're getting all the way back to 128. I'm not worried about that, but if you can play stocks, you can probably hold this one for a while as it tries to round it out of this much larger base here. And what's that, 20 years weak? Yeah, why you... All right, so I'm going to bounce, guys. Have a good day. See you tomorrow. I will be here hopefully before the market opens this time. All right, guys. Bye-bye.